Bills Mafia, welcome back to the channel. You already know, this Buffalo Bills team is constantly working to improve, always looking for ways to sharpen up and push toward that ultimate goal, bringing a Lombardi trophy back to Western New York. And if you believe in this team's journey, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. It helps us grow this community of die-hard Bills fans and keeps all of us locked in for the ride. Head coach Sean McDermott has been very candid about something that's not often talked about, the struggles rookies face as they transition from college football to the NFL. And according to McDermott, today's college system isn't doing these young players many favors. He didn't hold back when speaking on Wednesday, saying that the current environment leaves athletes underprepared for real-world responsibilities. In his words, "I don't think they're really being taught true life skills." Think about that for a second, Bills Mafia. These rookies are entering the league with elite talent, but the jump to the NFL is more than just football. It's about professionalism, consistency, and handling the grind of an everyday job at the highest level. Buffalo's 2025 draft class reflects that challenge. Remember, the Bills loaded up on defense this year. The first 5 picks and 6 of the 9 overall were used on defensive players. And while we've seen some flashes of promise, McDermott admits the onboarding process has been tough. Names like defensive tackles Deone Walker and TJ Sanders are showing effort, grinding daily, and slowly finding their footing, but the big spotlight has been on first-round pick Maxwell Hairston, the talented cornerback who has yet to take the field this season. Hairston is still on injured reserve, dealing with a knee injury he suffered in training camp. Fans had circled this week as a possible return date. After all, the NFL's IR rules allowed him to be activated to practice, and excitement was building, but McDermott and the front office made the decision to hold off. Hairston's 21-day practice window wasn't opened. Translation: Bills fans are going to have to wait even longer to see their prized rookie in action. That decision sent waves through the fan base. Some were frustrated, others understood the cautious approach. But one thing is clear, the coaching staff isn't rushing him back. They've been down this road before. Just last season, we saw safety Cole Bishop have his rookie year slowed by a preseason injury, and the team opted to be patient with his development. It seems they're taking the same route with Hairston. And while patience makes sense long-term, the reality is this defense could use his help. Let's be honest, Tre'Davious White hasn't looked like his old self through the first few weeks, and though Dorian Strong has had moments, the cornerback position has been shaky. Against the Dolphins in Week 3, White gave up a handful of key receptions, including a touchdown to Jalen Waddle. Hairston, with his speed and physicality, offers a higher ceiling in coverage, but the Bills might feel injecting him mid-season after an injury could be too much to ask for. It's a tough balance. On one hand, the Bills have the depth to survive in the short term. Christian Benford continues to hold steady, and the front seven, even with injuries to guys like Ed Oliver and Milano, has battled to keep Buffalo's defense competitive. On the other hand, when you invest a first-round pick in a player, especially a cornerback, fans expect to see results sooner rather than later. And that brings us back to McDermott's frustrations. For him, it's not just about injuries or X's and O's. It's about rookies truly understanding what it means to be a professional in today's NFL. He said it himself, it's an everyday grind. That's the hardest thing for these rookies to A, understand, B, endure, and C, to know that they're not alone. Think about that for a second, Bills Mafia. These rookies are entering the league with elite talent, but the jump to the NFL is more than just football. It's about professionalism, consistency, and handling the grime of an everyday job at the highest level. For Buffalo, that means building a culture where rookies feel supported but also challenged, where they learn that talent isn't enough, that every rep in practice, every film session, every moment matters. McDermott's comments weren't just frustration, they were also a call to action. As for Hairston, Bills Mafia, here's the reality. His rookie season may already be slipping away. If he doesn't return soon, the year could become more about development than contribution. That's not what anyone wanted when the Bills used a first-round pick on him, but it may be the path we're on. 4 weeks into the season, the Bills are sitting pretty at 4-0, and while Allen has been his usual MVP caliber self, there's no denying it. James Cook has been the engine driving this offense. After an offseason full of questions about his contract and future in Buffalo, Cook is silencing every doubt with a statement start to the season. Through just 4 games, he's racked up 401 rushing yards, 5 touchdowns, and put together 3 straight 100-yard performances. Every time the ball is in his hands, he looks like a man on a mission, a player determined to show that his 4-year, $48 million extension wasn't just money well spent, it was an investment in one of the NFL's rising stars. And nobody appreciates that more than Josh Allen. When your franchise quarterback speaks, the whole league listens. And Allen didn't hold back when talking about Cook this week. He said, "I think the outside stuff takes care of itself. When it does, it frees you up to be a little more loose, to go out there and enjoy it, and not have the fear or the worry about everything else. You're seeing that in the way he plays, the way he practices. He's an all-time teammate, and he's gotten everything he deserved. He's going out there and acting like he's got something to prove, which is awesome to see." Bills Mafia, let that sink in. Josh Allen just called James Cook an all-time teammate. That's not a phrase he throws around lightly. Coming from the face of the franchise, that's about as high as praise can get. Think back to the summer. Cook held out of practices while contract negotiations dragged on. Some fans worried that the distraction might hurt team chemistry, but general manager Brandon Beane stepped in, got the deal done, and since then, Cook has been nothing short of spectacular. Sometimes when a player gets paid, you wonder if the motivation will fade. In Cook's case, it seems like the new contract lit an even bigger fire under him. And the results speak for themselves. He's averaging over 5 yards per carry, catching nearly every pass thrown his way, and forcing defenses to respect the run in a way that opens up everything else for Allen and Joe Brady's offense. Remember, last season, Cook led the entire NFL with 16 rushing touchdowns. This year, he's already pacing the league again. Consistency at that level is rare, and Buffalo has it in spades.
But here's where it gets really exciting. The Bills aren't just winning, they're dominating. They've scored 30 or more points in 4 straight games, including statement victories over division rivals like the Jets and Dolphins. And now, heading into Week 5, they have a chance to sweep the early AFC East schedule if they can take down the Patriots at home. This is no small thing. Miami and New York came into the season with high expectations, but both have stumbled. That leaves the Patriots, under new head coach Mike Vrabel, as the one team trying to keep pace with Buffalo. If the Bills win Sunday night, they'll move to 3-0 in the division and 5-0 overall for the first time since 1991. Let that year ring a bell. And if that happens, you can bet James Cook will have a major role in it. When you watch him run, you can see the difference. He's not just hitting holes, he's reading blocks, making defenders miss, and keeping his legs churning for extra yards. It's the kind of running that demoralizes a defense over 4 quarters. Combine that with Allen's arm talent and mobility, and suddenly Joe Brady's playbook feels limitless. The bond between Allen and Cook is also growing, and that chemistry is vital. Allen isn't just praising his teammate out of courtesy, he's pointing out that Cook's mentality has shifted. Playing free and loose, as Allen put it, has unlocked a new level of confidence. You can see it when Cook lowers his shoulder for extra yards, when he bounces a run outside, or when he lines up wide and catches passes like a receiver. This is the version of James Cook the Bills envisioned when they drafted him. And now, he looks ready to carry this team into uncharted territory. Now let's think big picture. If Cook keeps producing like this, it completely changes the way defenses approach Buffalo. Opposing coordinators can no longer sell out to stop Allen in the passing game. They have to pick their poison. Do they stack the box and risk Allen torching them deep? Or do they play coverage and watch Cook grind them down for 100+ yards? That's the definition of a balanced offense, and it's exactly what championship teams need. And for Bills fans, it's especially encouraging to hear Allen call Cook an all-time teammate. That speaks to locker room culture, to trust, and to the idea that this group is locked in on one goal: winning together. It's not just talent, it's chemistry, accountability, and belief. So where does that leave us heading into Week 5? The Bills are 4-0, the defense is held despite missing key starters, and Josh Allen and James Cook are leading an offense that looks unstoppable. The challenge now is figuring out how to strengthen the secondary and integrate young talent, all while balancing patience with urgency. At the end of the day, this team's goals haven't changed. It's Super Bowl or bust. And how these rookies adapt, grow, and eventually contribute will play a major role in whether Buffalo finally gets over that hump. But now I want to hear from you. Do you agree with McDermott's frustration about how today's rookies are being prepared? Do you think the Bills are making the right move being cautious with Maxwell Hairston, or should they be more aggressive in getting him back on the field? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. This is your chance to sound off, Bills Mafia. And don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video with your fellow fans. We'll keep bringing you exclusive updates, insider-style breakdowns, and all the Buffalo Bills content you need. This is Buffalo Beat News. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Bills!